$200 million for Bam Adebayo. Awesome day for him yesterday. It has to be an amazing feeling for that individual. I don't even know what that's got to be like. I mean, that's got to be such a crazy feeling.
No, I think more than anything, especially for him, right? Because you have to understand that when you look at all the other guys that he came into the league with, they all have all these guiding numbers, right? All these numbers to, this is what I do compared to, what everybody else does in the league. And he's a different player, right? He does a lot of different things, but his impact is just as important to his team as what those other guys do in scoring. So what ends up happening is that he's being appreciated for his effect on a basketball game and not just the numbers.
Yeah, 100%. And then, I think one of those things that's always funny about this and what this league rewards and what people, get crazy over is there's no easier position to walk into the NBA in, and that's, having the ball in your hand as a young guy and getting to take all the shots.
Without winning.
Without winning. Or, and some guys do get to come in and they have some success, but a lot of them don't. And people would look at this league and they're like, Trae Young's a better player than Bam Adebayo because he gets to go have 30 a game every single night, but he's at the bottom of the East. And Bam, that's we talked about what a marvel it was this year with all the youth that he leaned on, and especially a guy like Tyler Hero. That's just not typically what they do. And with Bam, it was all just kind of brought along. It was brought along slowly. Part of it was because they invested a lot of money in a big man that was in front of him. And part of it was he had developing to do, but all we ever heard about the guy from any person we interviewed about him, whether it was Alonzo Mourning, Giannis has him, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, they all said that the guy's work ethic was untouched in the building. And you pair that last year next to a guy like Jimmy Butler, who's also one of those crazy psycho work ethic guys. And it had an awesome mix for this team, and obviously led them to a really great final destination last year. So, to your original point, it's a no-brainer. I don't think this is something where you have to, anybody who's just crying or whining over Giannis yesterday. It's like, all right, but you don't know what he's gonna do. And
wait a minute, they got that from you.
Sure, yeah, they got it from me.
Waiting for Giannis and what is Giannis gonna do, and let's see what Giannis. Absolutely.
Okay,
That's
take
all
blame
you
for that.
talked about.
Sure.
How about this though? I heard an interesting point yesterday. If him and Giannis have the same agent, right, and the Heat don't take care of Bam and wait for Giannis, how does that look to Giannis?
Yeah, I made that point yesterday on Twitter. Like, if he's did anybody ever cross anybody's mind that if Bam at 23 years old is taken care of, he's an all-star like he should, who's to say his agent doesn't steer Giannis to Miami? That's how all this stuff starts. Like, when people look back at the big three, like LeBron didn't have Rich Paul back when the big three started. They all had the same agency. Like LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh literally had the same agent, but they all worked in the same building. Who's to say that that's not something that they go to? I think yesterday's the day you should be happy as a Heat fan. Not
I will say this.
Out.
I will say this. Over the past few years, good or bad, the Heat have shown that if you take care of your business in this organization, that you will get taken care of. Even if it's you look at all those contracts, right? All those guys getting money, right? It didn't work out. But if a message is throughout the league from those players who are no longer here, they say, hey, man, how's the Heat? Man, if you put in the work and you do the things you're supposed to do, they will take care of you.
But right? I think the thing that's the thing that I think is cool about this is they haven't drafted a guy like this in a long time who was a no-brainer. Like Justice and Jay Rich, and they were good players and they got extended, but they weren't max players.
Not even close. Not even close. They were always going to be.
They weren't guys that you had to like say, "Hey, we're going to ink the franchise to this guy." Right. And that's what's also cool. I think about yesterday is like, wow, the guy finally got to this point where it's just like, all right, this is the keys are yours. And I think that's probably what's got to be cool for him yesterday is where it's just like, boom.
The great thing about Bam is, and this is the cool thing, and you can say that with Bam and with Tyler, they seem like the guys that. And credit to the Heat for drafting them. But they seem like the guys you give them money to, nothing changes.
Yep.
As far as work, as far as commitment to what they're trying to do. And probably a lot of that you could add to Jimmy. I mean, because think about it. They see a max guy come in and look at the kind of work that he's doing.
Yeah.
All right. You look at a guy like Goran, you look at the work that he's doing. And so you have two guys. You have two guys who were on a max contract, and they're putting in the work the same as those guys just getting into the league.
Can we now say that Goran Dragic knew?
I mean,
broke the news.
I mean, is it safe to say we all knew?
Yeah, but he knew. Okay. I think he knew. I think he came in and goes,
if I'm honest, you got to do it. If I'm
honest, I told you, buddy. 200 smickaroos.
No, I'm telling you, Gogi is going to have a press conference. He's going to have like a State of the Union address every day because they know if something's going down,
he's got the goods.
We need to talk to Gogi.
He's going to start being like an NFL quarterback. They're only going to let him talk once a week.
Oh, yeah.
So he doesn't give out state secrets.
Oh, my goodness. They're like, who broke the COVID news? Gogi. Bam news? Gogi.
Rotation? Gogi.
And then you think everybody gets their pen and their tape recorders out when he says, if I'm honest. What that means, here comes some news. Hold on.
Robbie, let's get to headlines, man. What do we got?
The Ticket is the home of every Miami Heat game.
There's Jones Jr. Oh! How did he slam that on Gobert? My goodness!
WAXY South Miami and WSFS HD2 Miramar, a radio.com sports station.
Oh, yeah, Derek Jones Jr. probably going to edit that one out. I got to take these on the Heat anymore. But headlines brought to you by
the... Oh, yeah. Put a kill on that, Robbie. Make it an Avery Bradley one. Go find him.
Headlines are brought to you by the Ryan Fuels and Downstairs Convenience Stores. Truly steps beyond convenience. And by Modelo Especial, the perfect beer for your home tailgate. Brewed with the fighting spirit of Sir Bam had a celebratory Modelo last night after his big contract.
Well, yeah, I would say he should. Yeah, celebratory everything. I still think though, like, does he like when a guy gets a $200 million contract, does he really have to go pay for his first dinner, or shouldn't the agent?
The agent's always paying. Always. You're his client.
Yeah.
Well, the agent's getting a big commish, too, out of that.
Well, that's the other thing for playing no basketball.
Tell you what, this agent's got like two clients. They're both $200 million athletes.
Yeah, but think about this. What has he done?
Big Bam's agent.
Well, think about this. You're a basketball player. Your next contract is max. What's the agent doing? There's no negotiating.
Yo, there's no numbers to negotiate.
Right. Here's the deal.
I think all you got to worry about is Riley Jiu-Jitsu.
Right. You say, hey, Max. That's it. All right.
The only thing you got to worry about is if you walk into to Riley's office and he's wearing a gi. You're like, oh, yeah. Boy.
Oh, boy. And he's got to look, he's
Ellisberg's got the spreadsheets out.
I mean,
Why at least chop your wood?
that's just how that works. Let's discuss numbers. Okay, Pat. Max. Goodbye. That's it. No negotiating. Hey, but what if Max?
Well, it kind of, I guess Dwayne Wade having an agent backfired on him because his agent hooked up Chris Bosh, but then in the process, got Dwayne Wade screwed over.
Well, it's because his agent probably couldn't put the screws to him, where he's just like, well, maybe Crystal Bosh will leave. It's like, all right, like Dwayne wasn't going to leave at that point the first time.
I mean, it's a weird situation because I would assume that the agent thought that the Heat would take care of their franchise player. Right? Is it safe to say if any of us are in that situation, right? You would assume that, okay, let's get Chris Bosh paid. Say you represent both of them. Let's get Chris Bosh paid. They're going to take care of D. Wade. They ain't going to let him walk. And that's what probably backfired.
I think what happened in the fear of the minds of people, as you guys have so gracefully reminded Pat Riley, because of his old quotes when he said we're going to take care of Bam. We dug up the archives, but he did say, Riley's literally said, he hasn't done any secrets at these press conferences. He said that they were going to take care of Bam, and he said they were going to run it back. They've done exactly both of those things. So
yeah, but I tell you what,
life for what he's done in this city over the last 13 years is irreplaceable, and so we want to do the right thing.
Now starting to guard for Chicago Bulls.
Oh, I threw up that night.
Yep.
That was disgusting.
Oh,
A little bit in your mouth, or you just full-fledged
I hated
puke.
that. Wade in his Bulls jersey.
I know. Yeah.
And that wasn't even the worst.
That was the worst. Nah, it was a bad night, though.
Opening night was really bad.
I went to the game, too, where he came back here as a Bull. That was a weird night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that. He got gifted a foul call that shouldn't have gotten fouled.
He did. He got the old pump fake.
Oh, come on. Like, right now you think D-Wade is pump faking somewhere, somebody's jumping? Like, he gets everybody. Pump fake.
He just walk in the streets, he just pump fakes and everybody
Pump
jumps in
fake.
the air.
I got you.
Well, props to Goran Dragic for breaking the news yesterday.
And look, not for a bit. He is so cool and such a good dude, right? What did he say? Oh, Gogi!
My bad, guys. They just ask these questions.
If I'm honest.
Goran doesn't lie.
That's a new
Goran
game
Dragic.
debuting next Thursday. No, a week from tomorrow, if I'm honest.
If I'm honest. Goran Dragic yesterday tweeting out, well-deserved. Congrats, Bam 101. Sorry I spilled the beans. I made up that last part. I did. You don't want to see who liked. You want to know who liked the extension yesterday, Robbie? Little person I like to call Donovan Mitchell. Little person I like to call Bradley Beal. So who was most right on Bam? Would we go Alonzo Mourning?
Not yet.
Alonzo Mourning called him face of the franchise 2 years ago.
But he's not there yet.
Pretty good though.
Yeah. I mean, he also said some good things about Hassan Whiteside.
I don't believe that. I don't ever recall that. Zoe probably said one time talking to his fish, he goes, "This is ridiculous." Plus, we know that Zoe amazing sense of humor, so he could tell things immediately. That's how he rolls.
Hey, you guys don't know me, but I have an amazing sense of humor. You just don't see that side of me too often. So,
it was funny because I put the clip up yesterday from him on that interview where he was praising Bam, and somebody goes, "You guys were making fun of him about that afterwards." I said, "No, we weren't. We were drooling over the comments about Bam. We were making fun of him because he said I have an amazing sense of humor."
Yes. Yeah,
But
I was
Tim
making fun of him about the other thing too.
Even Tim Hardaway's like, I don't know if let's call it amazing.
I wouldn't call it amazing.
Yeah, like he's probably
That's his
Wait, you know what's funny? It's like you don't want to call your boy a liar, so you kind of dip your toes in the liar pool. Like it's like I wouldn't say it's he's told a couple of funnies every now and then, but I wouldn't say he's a comedian. We didn't even get the whole thing out.
No.
Zoe say he's got ha.
Amazing.
Amazing. But you know what? That's what made Zoe. You knew you were going to get stoic, serious guy, right? Now, I'll tell you who's like that, but has personality. Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's intense like that.
Jimmy Butler's going to be making a killing off his teammates. All this money getting handed around. You get a $20 coffee. You get a $20 coffee.
Oh yeah, he just look. Yeah,
Bam ain't getting no discounts.
Oh no.
No.
Bam might have to pay. He goes, oh, guess what, Bam? Congratulations, you just went into the max price range, $40 a cup.
Do you think Bam even drinks coffee?
No. He's kind of young. I didn't drink coffee at 23.
You know, you got to smell the coffee or taste the coffee. You're living in America, and every day above ground's a good day. I don't want to get too cornball about it, but...
Texter writes in, you flip-flop more than a pair of sandals on South Beach. Bam ended our whale talk yesterday. Put the whale call away. Never. First of all, I'll never put the whale call away. Second of all, how does it end the talks? You guys just got Jimmy Butler based on 3 nickels rubbed together, and Andy Ellsberger's like, I'll make it work.
Hey, look, it doesn't matter whether you can make it work or not. You sign your guy. Deal with it afterwards, okay?
Yeah.
But the tone that you set for your franchise has been set. Because if you don't sign Bam and you wait, that sends a worse message.
Yeah, like a texter writes in, I heard Giannis was more impressed that the Heat gave him an extension rather than wait. # whale watching.
Right.
Yeah, you want to know why? Because his agent probably is looking, he's like, hey, you guys did right by my guy. When things go awry in Milwaukee with Giannis, which they will, you know where we should probably, when me and old G get together and we talk about where we should go, we're probably going to point down here.
Yeah, it like, and I told you, we had this conversation before, and I said, if my agent, and I'm Bam, and my agent comes to me and tells me to wait to get my extension, the next words out of my mouth are going to be, you're fired.
Vince McMahon style.
Yeah. We don't even make it off that. As soon as the words wait another year to get your money, as my representative, you can no longer be my representative because your job is to get me as much money as possible.
Like a texter writes in, can the Heat still sign Giannis? No, but they can still get Giannis.
Yes.
They got Jimmy Butler with no cap space.
They can still get him.
Guys, there's a reason why Pat Riley has on an official Heat news release that the greatest free agent signing in team history was Luol Deng. Stuff always happens via trade. Calm your asses down.
He said that because LeBron left. That's it.
He technically wasn't. LeBron was technically a trade.
Technically was a trade. Riley
Well,
would
it
say,
was a trade when he came here.
Yeah.
Riley would say boxed in.
No. You've been boxed. No, I have not been boxed in. I have not been, especially not by Pat Riley. Pat Riley can't box me in. How you gonna box me in from a box? You're in an armored truck type box. To some of the things you have said. Would you like a recap?
Texter writes in, I found
Robbie, hit him with something.
What?
Hit him with some Pat Riley.
You don't have to do that.
Compensation to a player is about recognition and respect.
He's not boxed in anymore though, because he did it.
Oh no! Hey,
He's a lifer. What he's done in this city over the last 13 years is irreplaceable, and so we want to do the right thing.
But he's out of the box because he's out of the box.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Has D Wade forgotten it?
Well, no.
Then I ain't forgetting.
But he's not boxed in anymore, though. You can't say
He's
it's
boxed in. As long as D Wade had a problem with it, he's boxed in.
You're breaking the rules of the boxing. The boxing only went into the fact of, we can't take his Bam words for serious because of what he said about D Wade. Now that he's given Bam the extension, ergo he's out of the box.
Well, he still has.
So now we can escape the box.
Yes.
I was not informed of this.
Actions speak louder than words.
Because you have said to me, regardless of how I have fixed the situation, you have said, no, bro, still in the box.
Well, he's still boxed in from the draft pick comments. He doesn't care about draft picks. They're so wrong.
It's true. That one didn't go away.
And somebody said, was Chris Bosh not a free agent signing?
Sign and trade, player.
Sign and trade. That's the thing. Sign and trade. Isn't that the way to get keep the bird rights or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a way for them to get 6 years in the contract, which they didn't honor. Like they opted out after 4 years.
Didn't even use them.
Of course they were going to opt out after 4 years.
Waste of time.
Look.
Well, they changed the rules.
It's a crazy thing in sports.
After that happened, the stupid crybaby Dan Gilbert was like, I want to change the rules. And so everybody's like, oh, okay, we feel bad for the small markets. So they changed the rules. It was fugazi.
Right. All right. I mean, I guess.
I want to go back. Another texter writes, found it interesting that Bam and Giannis haven't talked yet. Interesting. Yeah, they haven't talked yet. You mean like because Bam said they haven't talked yet? Bam says he doesn't know what his intentions are. Wink.
Really?
Wink.
Really? Hey, can I ask you a question? Wink. Have any of your winks ever turned out against the Heat? Like,
no.
Have you ever said, there's no way he's coming here, he's just saying that? Wink. No, it's always. You think he's not coming here?
I do find it funny. I do find it favorite though that Giannis is in Greece and like the Bucks can't get a hold of him. Like, bro, it's never been easier to communicate with people. I'm Skyping with people from Australia. It's so easy to communicate. They're like, can't get in touch with him. All right. Because
he must have did what I did when they asked for that off-season number. One year I put 411 and got up and left.
Good luck.
Good luck. Hey, they didn't have to. They said, we got this contract for you. They got a hold of me real quick.
What do we
I
got?
was reading the tea leaves.
What else?
The tea leaves said, come sign these papers.
What else we got for news, Robbie?
Well, you guys mentioned the Alonzo Mourning clip about what he said about Bam, and here's what he said a couple years ago in ode to Bam's extension that he signed yesterday.
What do you see from him, though, from the day-to-day?
Obviously, phenomenal talent. You know, he came into the league at 19 years old, so sky's the limit for his potential of being, the best player on this team one day, which I feel that he will be, really, simply because of his work ethic.
What are you seeing during the game? So, like, you're always there. Everybody sees you on the phone at the game. What do you
listen? I judge a person by their work ethic. He already has the skill, but his work ethic is off the charts. So I know that he's going to be the best player on our team, the best player in our organization. He will lead our franchise one day to the promised land. I don't want to put any pressure on him at all, but I know just based on how he works, how hard he works, and his God-given abilities, that he will. We're gonna raise his jersey in the Raptors one day, and I tell you, he's gonna lead this franchise.
Well, it's really hot out here, Alonzo.
No pressure.
Hey, how much was he sweating,
dude? Yeah, he was glistening. He was. And because Alonzo Mourning was dressed to the nines, he was like out on that boat. He's got like the Armani dress shirt on, the slacks. He's just looking like a Heat front office OG. Because Glenn Rice out there, he's got a polo on. Nice little dry fit.
Yeah.
Shaq, he's got the dry fit polo on. It's still hot, but Zoe was out there looking. That
was the
boss.
fun days at Michigan.
Sarah Palin days.
Yeah, well. Keep in mind, the basketball team won the national championship. We won the Rose Bowl. The baseball team went to the
College World Series.
To the College World Series, and the hockey team went to the Final Four, Frozen Four.
That's cool.
Yep.
Hard times now, Daddy.
And now they're struggling with Rutgers. Sorry.
Sorry. Hey.
Sorry.
I mean, Frozen Four. I like to win 4 games.
Well, you got Penn State this week. Penn State's 0-5.
They haven't won a game?
Penn State is 0-5. They have not won a game.
Hard time. Wow. That's what I'm saying. That Big Ten is garbage, dude.
Tommy Tige's losing it. Sure.
Wait, come on, dude. Really?
Garbage.
I mean, the ACC got one team.
Yeah, but you guys are like royal. Like those are royal.
Notre Dame
teams.
don't count. Don't you dare do that, Robbie.
They're playing an ACC
don't you
schedule this
dare.
year.
I don't like that, Robbie.
Don't you dare.
I don't like that. I fine, dude. But Penn State, Michigan, even Wisconsin. Like you guys are.
The second best team is arguably Indiana or Northwestern.
Michigan State.
That is an upset right there.
Yeesh.
The second best team in the Big Ten is Indiana.
Or Northwestern. The Fighting Reese Davises.
So did who's from Pardon the Interruption?
Oh,
Michael
Wilbon. Well,
He
Reese
went to-
Davis actually didn't go to Northwestern, but the thing is, I think Joey Galloway, he said that Northwestern was just a bunch of Fighting Reese Davises, and they used that as their rallying cry before they beat Wisconsin, and now they have T-shirts and everything. Everybody's calling them the Fighting Reese Davises.
For Bam, and now we're on Dunk's watch starting next year.
Dunk's watch.
Yeah, Dunk's gonna get that raise next year.
And then soon after that, it'll be a Hero Watch.
You know, if he's not in Milwaukee.
Silly. What do you think is gonna happen here?
What do you mean? What do I think is gonna happen?
Look,
You're casting them off already?
to get the team that you want. Let's be clear. Regardless of how well Dunk shoots the ball,
Right.
did he think they can find shooters anywhere? Let's keep that in mind.
What if?
Second of all, if Pat Riley thinks that his way to the championship is getting rid of young players, they gone.
Let me ask you this.
He's done this his whole career. So,
Yes.
Baby Goat, Kendrick Nunn, Duncan Robinson, if it means getting Giannis, adios!
No way. Dunks?
Easily. It's not even a question.
You see the kind of shape that Tyler
Not
Hero's in?
even a question.
Tyler Hero looks jacked, dude. He
Wait,
looks good.
not even a question or a second thought.
Let me ask you this. What if we go to Duncan Robinson?
If ifs were fifths, we'd all be drunk.
What if we go to Duncan Robinson, we ask him to put off the extension?
Uh-oh.
Team guy.
Hey, you just moving the bar to the next player? What's wrong with you, man? Hey, it's something. Because now, look, now Dunks is going to come into camp with a teardrop tattoo talking about pay me my money. I need to get my stacks, right? Like,
Do you think Duncan Robinson uses the term "get the bag"?
no. No.
Duncan Robinson, he doesn't even make. He makes $3 to play basketball.
Right. Right. You want him to wait? Like, at least Bam was a first rounder.
Put it off a little.
He's like, yo, man, I was in here rubbing nickels together a minute ago, and you want me to wait?
Listen, Duncan, you know we found you out
You
of
know
nowhere.
what? Every time Pat Riley asks somebody to wait, you know what I would say to them? Oh, like Deion Waiters waited? Like Tyler Johnson waited?
You think?
Huh?
You think they just have a video of Hassan talking
Yes!
to fish?
Yes. Hassan. James Jones?
James Johnson.
James Johnson? Right?
James Jones was discounted.
James Johnson? You want me to wait like them? Sure, I'll wait.
We just want to maneuver the cap a little bit here, Dunks. Just maneuver the cap a little.
Hey man, it
Who's
is
Duncan
not my
Robinson?
job. It's not a player's job for a team to get their cap right.
Who's Dunk's agent? Who's his agent?
Benjamin.
Duncan Robinson's agent's probably just his bro.
Right.
He seems like
Duncan Robinson Duncan Robinson say when the Heat say, "Hey, we'd like to meet with your representative," and he runs home and puts on the suit and comes in. So I'll be representing myself. Say why? I ain't making enough money to be paying nobody to do this.
Nobody can get a percent. Nobody wants my percentage right now.
Right. Man, you ain't come on. Why do fans think that? Why do fans think a person that is in the sport, like in basketball as his profession, is going to wait to get paid?
I just figured it looks like a Hoosiers team guy.
Yeah, you'll be a team guy. I'm a team guy. I'll do whatever the team asks me to do after they pay me.
Oh man.
Hey, like, here, don't expect anybody to do anything that you wouldn't do at your job. Put that in. Chew on that for a minute. Would you do that at your job?
Nah.
Okay.
You know what Pat Riley should just start doing? He should just do what Galen does, which is just the shoulder shrug.
Oh! Hey, dude, is there nothing?
Hey, contract stuff. He goes, I say, give you 2%. I'm like, that's it?
I don't know.
Pat Riley he's gonna start calling up Duncan, just checking in.
All right. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Have a great Thanksgiving, boys. I'll talk to you guys on Monday. I'm sure I'll bother you with hot takes in between. So
you better not text in. You better not text us on Friday.
What else am I doing tomorrow?
Yeah.
No.
If you're waiting,
if you're not doing the show, do not text us during the show.
I'm banned?
You're banned. If you're gonna text us in and give hot takes, you might as well work.